Welcome back in. Warren Buffett praised the US government's intervention in recent bank failures during the annual Berkshire Hathaway meeting. For those who are unaware, the event gives attending members an opportunity to learn from Buffett, one of the world's most respected investors. But the billionaire says the nation's banking system has become overly complex, and he has been selling bank stocks as a result. When it comes to inflation, Buffett praised Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell, while also warning there is a limit to how much control the Fed actually has. And what about AI? Buffett says the tech doesn't make any difference in finding investable opportunities, and what gives you opportunities is other people doing dumb things. Wise words, and to break them down even further, I'm joined by Andrea Zanon. Andrea, it's great to see you today.
A pleasure to be back.
You were at the annual meeting. At this time of great economic uncertainty, did you leave feeling relieved or concerned?
It's always, this is my seventh time at the Berkshire shareholder meetings, and both Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger provide a very calm interpretation and view on the status of the market. So I think everybody left pleased, relieved, while having a clear understanding that the way ahead will be tough. There will be less revenues for companies. The cost of capital will be higher, and I think there'll be more people chasing fewer resources. So I think, if anything, everybody left with more risk understanding and advice to stay focused on what you have expertise on, instead of being the shiny trends that as you mentioned, are sometimes referred as the dumb decisions that many people out there are making.
Okay, let's turn to the banking fallout. The pair say banking negligence should be punished. What form do you think this would take, and how effective would punishment actually be?
I think Warren Buffett was very clear about making sure that advisors and CEOs, directors get punished, get fired, and so that we send a strong message. Because unfortunately, to protect the banks, to protect societies, and people that have accounts in these banks, a lot of these leaders have been given a pass and not being punished. So I think, while being too specific, it is important to hold these leaders accountable, particularly when utter negligence in some of these regional banks have been applied to the day-to-day managing of resources.
There's also speculation some countries are moving away from the US dollar as their reserve currency. How worried do you think Washington should be, and what action should Washington and lawmakers be taking right now?
The narrative around moving away from the dollar is not a new one, and it goes through political cycle. When we start, when the narrative of the BRIC countries, for example, became a trendy discussion around 2007, 2008, there was already, rumors about a parallel currency, a new currency, even a new development bank that was then created for the BRIC countries. I don't think there should be short-term nor medium-term concern. This was actually also widely agreed in Omaha during the annual meetings. There is no alternative to the dollar. It is important, however, that Washington manages more accurately, more aggressively its debt ceiling, so that the value of the dollar stays where it should be, and that we don't generate these continuous political rumors and speculations about Brazil, China, and other countries working together on a new currency. The dollar is going to be the only way to go for a very long time.
Mm-hmm. And what about relations between the US and China? How important is a solid relationship between these two nations?
It's indispensable. I think, unfortunately, what we've seen recently since the Trump administration, the animosity between the countries and has affected trade, has affected well-being, and if anything, has decreased prosperity. So I think having a very strong relations that is based on free trade and complementarity in global decision making, it's only going to serve the global community and increase prosperity, reduce poverty, and particularly in a time of distressed economic like we're living, they become even more essential.
Always such wise words. Andrea Zanon, thank you for joining me today.
A pleasure being back.
And I'm William Howard. Thank you for your time. Stay with us. Ticker News. We'll be right back.
You're watching Ticker News. More news is just minutes away.